left her cats alone at home for a night, while she stayed over at her friend's house.
Oh yeah, there's a bad kitty, Huh?
The next morning when she got back, the cats were acting strangely. So she decided to check the security camera to see if it picked up anything unusual. To her shock, one cat was standing up straight on its back legs, which was so unusual as she'd never seen the cat do this before. We see the cat looking around as if it senses something we can't see. Then out of nowhere, a dark shadow figure comes into the room. Which is even weirder, the second cat can be seen following the figure into the room. Then suddenly, the table beside the cat began to shake on its own. Even the door started to close slowly by itself. After watching the footage, she was sure that her cats had been in contact with some kind of entity. But never mind what she thinks. I want to hear what you silly goosey goblins think. Drop a comment below.
Number 5.
A woman says disturbing paranormal activity has taken over her house. She lives there with her husband and her father-in-law. At first, the incidents were small and easy to brush aside. But lately, the activity has grown much stronger and more aggressive. Everything now seems to be centered on one specific room, her father-in-law's bedroom. Inside that room, doors swing open and shut by themselves. Unexplained noises fill the air, and sudden forceful slams shake the walls. It's the same room where he keeps all his personal belongings and treasured memories. That's when she decided to start recording.
Alright guys, some crazy stuff that happened in my house. I'm trying to catch it on camera. The door shut like 5 minutes ago. I opened it back up. I'm gonna see if it'll do it again. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh my god, that was so crazy. I really didn't think it was gonna happen like that on cue. Jesus. Oh god. Why is my camera glitching out? Oh, that tends to happen when you get close to stuff, I guess. Okay, I just want to show you guys that no one's in here. No one's here but us.
The fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
This is a closet. Let me try to turn the light on so you guys can see. Like, there's nothing in here, nobody in here. Like, nobody under a bed. You can't see nothing. Ah! Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. What the And guys, I know my father-in-law did not just shut that door. He's like 60-some years old, guys. Like, this is his bedroom, and he's scared to death. Like, he's been sleeping on the couch. And my brother's been sleeping in his bed. But this is crazy. What the fuck? I don't know.
What makes this supposed haunting even more chilling is something viewers spotted inside the room. Her father-in-law lost his wife several years ago, yet he still keeps a framed photo of the two of them right beside his bed. Some viewers don't think this is a hostile spirit at all. They believe it could actually be the ghost of his late wife trying to reach out, not to scare him, but simply to let him know he isn't alone. Others point out that fear can sometimes push away spirits who mean no harm. They suggest calmly acknowledging the presence, maybe even speaking to it gently, could bring a sense of peace. But not everyone is convinced. Skeptics and seasoned paranormal investigators caution that not every presence in a familiar home is what it seems. According to paranormal lore, some entities are known to mimic loved ones, using deep emotional bonds to earn trust. And the sudden, aggressive way the doors are being slammed doesn't feel gentle or loving. It doesn't feel comforting at all. It feels intentional, almost territorial. So if this isn't his late wife, then something else may have claimed that room for its own reasons. But as always, I'll leave it up to you silly little goose goblins to decide.
Subscribe to Bigsmokeweiler. Paranormal. We got Smokeweiler. Number 4.
At the end of his shift, late at night, a store manager sat down to review the CCTV footage of a convenience store. What he saw next sent a chill down his spine. Without any person nearby, a shopping trolley suddenly began to roll forward on its own. It moved smoothly, then making a right turn, heading directly toward the camera before passing out.
And his name is John C.
How many times do I have to tell you guys, you literally can't see me?
The manager stared at the screen in disbelief. He had worked in that store for 5 years and had never seen anything like this. He was so scared that he decided to quit, as he was terrified of that place now after witnessing this. Convinced a poltergeist was the culprit, and not wanting anything to do with anything negative, he did what was best for him and never returned. But then again, maybe it truly was just John Cena out shopping for some groceries. What do you think? Drop your thoughts down below.
Number 3.
Late one night, a guy was working the graveyard shift all by himself at a convenience store in Houston, Texas. At first, everything felt completely ordinary. Then, without any warning, something bizarre took place. 2 bags of snacks were suddenly launched from the shelf and slammed onto the floor. It looked as though invisible hands had deliberately hurled them. Shaken by what he had just witnessed, he instantly remembered all the stories his co-workers had told him about the store being haunted after dark. He didn't pause to look around or investigate for even a second. Instead, he turned and ran straight out the door, leaving the entire store behind exactly as it was. So, poltergeist, demon, or maybe even a glitch in the Matrix? Let me know your thoughts down below and get involved.
Number 2.
Imagine a woman working the night shift at a 911 dispatch center, a place where every single call can decide whether someone lives or dies. If you've ever worked late in a building like that, you know the feeling. Once the emergency calls finally stop and the radios fall quiet, the whole place changes. All that remains are empty hallways, dim flickering lights, and the heavy weight of your own thoughts. But she was never truly alone. For weeks, something unnatural had been stirring inside the building. Phones would suddenly ring, even though they weren't connected to anything. Drawers would slowly slide open by themselves with no one around. And in the dead silence, she would sometimes hear a voice softly whisper her name. The most disturbing part? It all started on the exact same day her boss announced they were moving the dispatch center to a brand new building. It was almost as if whatever was there had overheard the news and didn't want them to leave. Watch closely.
So, not work again. Alter that video because we're now referring to her. Maybe it's somebody. Nobody should be here. There's literally no one here.
Buildings like this hold far more than just desks and equipment. They absorb raw panic, overwhelming fear, and people's final desperate words. Dispatchers are often the very last voice a caller will ever hear before their entire world changes forever. And many believe that kind of heavy emotional energy doesn't simply vanish when the call ends. In this case, something get twisted and became something else entirely. After she uploaded the paranormal footage online, the comments exploded. Viewers poured in with all kinds of advice. Some begged her to try communicating with whatever was there. Others fiercely warned her never to acknowledge it, insisting that giving it attention only makes the activity much stronger. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened next.
So, y'all have been following my Polter diaries here lately. So I'm pretty sure there's something standing in the doorway to the break room. Am I crazy, or is that somebody standing there? I don't. Y'all see that?
The instant she catches the movement, her entire body freezes. This time there's no doubt at all. Something is inside the building with her. Her boss finally stepped in and promised she wouldn't have to work those lonely night shifts alone anymore. But the decision wasn't only about protecting her safety. It was also about figuring out whether the unexplained activity was actually real. One night she returned to the dispatch center, this time with another person right beside her. And what they captured next only made the mystery even deeper.
Hey guys, this is just an update to let you all know that I'm okay. I'm back at work today, but I'm no longer working by myself. I have someone here with me. Everything's been fine so far. We haven't had anything today, so. And here we go. What was that? What? It came from the hallway. Oh my god. No. Oh my god.
The mere thought that someone, or something, was hiding up in the attic left both of them deeply unsettled. No one has ever been able to explain what was truly inside that dispatch center. There were no confirmed intruders. No solid answers whatsoever. All they had was the chilling footage. And the disturbing possibility that some buildings never forget. They remember every emergency. Every final call. So, real? Staged? I'll leave that up to you to decide. A girl named Simone was out for a stroll to try touch some grass, as the kids would say. Nothing unusual, just a walk to stretch the legs and get some fresh air. But nature isn't always sunshine and rainbows, as she'd soon find out. Did you catch it? A creepy black figure leaning against the tree.
No, not me, nigga. I'm not the only black figure around here.
Still, not moving at all, until suddenly it disappears behind the tree. Simone replayed what she just witnessed over and over again in her head. But what disturbed her most wasn't what she saw. It was the sickness feeling she got while looking at the entity, and how she felt thinking about it. She just had this overwhelming sensation in her stomach of pure dread. But she carried on until she discovered a strange, run-down, seemingly abandoned building. And maybe her worst decision yet, she decides to go inside. Alone. As she steps into the dark room, some people say there is movement on the right side of the doorway. Something shifts behind it. Very subtle, but something moved in the darkness. After returning home, watching the footage again, and replaying everything over in her head, she starts to ponder if this is all linked in some strange way. What if it had been watching her the entire time?
I only watch sometimes. I promise.
A few evenings later, she passed the same building again. And this time it was her ears that experienced something. A voice that sounded exactly like her sister, calling out her name.
Why the lights are on? Then I'm going inside of this house. I just heard my sister's voice, and I'm sick of this. And I need to figure out what's going on so I can put a stop to it.
In the realm of the paranormal, a mimic entity is considered very dangerous. They don't just appear. They imitate familiar voices to draw people closer. When Simone stepped inside again, she noticed a chair placed oddly in the center of the room. Before she could finish speaking, she saw the figure again, but this time up close and personal. And as you can tell, it scared the absolute dog shit out of the poor girl. She was convinced the activity was tied to that very house, but it wouldn't take long for her to realize that whatever that thing was, has now just followed her home. Banging at night, footsteps when she was alone, whispers she couldn't trace, and a spontaneous, intense feeling of dread that she couldn't explain. In this next clip, her friend is visiting, and they start to document their experience on camera.
Hey guys, it's Simone.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So I'm here with my friend Lexi, and I thought that this was over, but it's still happening. Something from this entity is still trying to get to me, so
I thought you were kidding.
no,
Like, this is horrible.
I'm not kidding.
I don't know how you've been living like this. This is literally like, I've checked this door 5 times. There's no way anyone is in the backyard.
So it's still going on, and I just wanted to come back and report to you guys that it's still impacting my life every day.
I'm so sorry. This is insane.
Here's the unsettling possibility. If the entity followed Simone home, then this may not be about a haunted location anymore. It could be attachment, a phenomenon where something fixates on a person rather than a place. According to paranormal researchers, attachments rarely fade on their own. So walking away might not be an option. Although bravely, Simone says she isn't ready to stop investigating. Not until she finds out exactly who or what is haunting her. So guys, what do you think? Is this a legitimate story from an honest young woman, just trying to share her experience with others? Or is this just another sad case of attention seeking on the internet? I'll leave it up to you in the comments.
Bonus clip.
On the night of November 3rd, 2018, 2 friends were sound asleep in their hostel room in Pune, India. What happened next was captured on CCTV. Without any warning, the door to their room slowly swung open by itself. What occurred next was even more shocking. The legs of the man sleeping on the right side suddenly began to lift straight up into the air, as if an invisible force was pulling him. He was dragged right off his bed. He jolted awake in complete shock and frantically looked around the room, trying to figure out what had just yanked him. Yet everything inside appeared completely normal. He stepped outside to check, but found nothing unusual there either. People who saw this footage are split in their opinions. I'd love to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments below. God bless, and thank you for watching.
I went to these big boys.
Is letting the kids go back to her when it's her turn for custody. After listening to the voicemails, the police officer agreed with his concerns. So the big question remains, does she need an exorcism? But we may never know what really happened. Whatever the truth is, let's hope she gets the help she needs. For years, this man had been battling terrifying paranormal activity inside his own home. It finally reached a point where he couldn't handle it any longer. He believed his strong faith would be enough to shield him, so he attempted to spiritually cleanse a house himself, even though he had zero experience with exorcisms or anything similar. Then one night, while he was asleep, something deeply disturbing occurred. Check this out.
Holy Spirit, te pido, Señor, que me proteja en el nombre del Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo. Hoy quiero leer este salmo. 2 Thus says the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord of the God who teaches you the prophet, who leads you by the way you should go. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command you to take these demons out of the house. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you to leave my house, please. I command you to leave the house in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I am reading the Father's prayers. Leave this house now. Leave in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I command you to leave right now. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Suddenly, screaming filled the entire house. The furniture began violently shaking on its own. The temperature dropped to freezing cold in seconds. Everyone in the room started freaking out. Then a cross on the wall slowly began rotating by itself until it was completely upside down. When he saw that happen, the guy was absolutely petrified. After that horrifying experience, he became fully convinced that something demonic was actually living inside his house. But what do you think? Tell me down below.
Bonus clip.
On May 20th, 2026, a young MILF named Tara received a motion detection from the security camera in her daughter's bedroom. What she saw on the footage was deeply chilling. It was 1:47 in the morning when she is notified, and this is exactly what Tara saw. Tara's daughter suddenly woke up in the middle of the night. Strange noises in the room had pulled her from sleep. Scared, she quickly curled up and hid under the covers. Then the duvet started rising upward all by itself. You can clearly tell the little girl wasn't doing it, because even after she got out of bed, the cover moved again on its own. If she had been moving herself, the pillow would have shifted too, but it stayed completely still. Other eerie sounds continued in the background, the same ones that had first woken her. And underneath it all, a voice that sounded like an old woman could be heard. Right after that, a glowing orb suddenly flies across the room. She's convinced this is her grandmother visiting her daughter from the other side. But, as always, I will leave it down to you guys to decide.
I want to be a good boy.
Help me. It sees your
Number.
Jai runs a popular TikTok page where he posts all kinds of videos, but he never touches anything paranormal. Then one day, while he was deep into a game of Rocket League, he heard something eerie. The sound stopped him cold. He immediately grabbed his phone and hit record. This is exactly what he managed to capture.
Right, so I'm sitting here playing Rocket League at the moment. Every time I'm here by myself, I swear this place is haunted. I've been fucking around with Ouija boards. I was stupid enough to bloody invite demons to possess me.
retarded? I'm retarded?
What is going on here? Breakfast!
Shit, because I didn't believe in it, but ever since then, every time I'm here by myself, I hear shit outside. So I'm playing Rocket League. Seconds. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, what the fuck? No fucking way. No fucking way. Hello? Is anybody here? Holy shit, why is that fucking moving? Hello? Is anybody here? Oh my god, man. What the fuck? No fucking shit. Hello? I heard you. No. No fucking way. No fucking way. Oh my god. Hello? And I swear I just saw a fucking shadow moving here. So this fucking light switch. Oh man, I'm absolutely fucking shitting myself. No. That can't be. Fuck off. Holy fucking shit. Nah, fuck this. Oh no. Nah, fuck this. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Fuck this.
A creepy noise suddenly drifts from outside the room. It echoes through the silence without warning. The sound feels deeply unnatural, as if something is lurking just beyond the door.
Seconds.
Shortly after the sound, Jai became terrified. He had just watched objects moving across the room all on their own. He didn't hesitate. He left the area immediately. Ever since that night, he's avoided spending much time in his home. But roughly 4 days later, when Jai finally returned, he noticed something deeply unsettling.
Hello, everyone. I've been getting lots of people asking me for an update on the ghost stuff, but to be honest, I haven't really been home much since Friday night, since all that went down. But I've just kind of gotten home and turned my telly on and stuff and leant over here and noticed something on my cabinet thing. And yeah, right, you're probably going to give me shit about how dusty it is, but whatever. I don't dust. But what the hell is that? It looks like a handprint or something. Oh, check it out. Wait. It's actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers and a thumb. And the thumbprint's way bigger than... I didn't even notice it had 5 fingers. That's weird. You know what? I don't even know if I want to know what that is, to be honest, but there's the best update I can give you for now.
When Jai returned home, he made a chilling discovery. A disturbing handprint, complete with 5 fingers and a thumb, was clearly visible inside the house. Many viewers urged him to install security cameras all around the property. They wanted him to keep watch for whatever activity might have left the print behind. Even so, it feels like this is only the beginning of what's still to come. A social media user decided to film a late-night exploration of an abandoned chapel completely alone. Inside one of the rooms, He paused to admire an old memorial plaque on the wall. Suddenly, a strange noise made him spin around. There, staring straight at him through the small window in the door, was something terrifying, the ghostly figure of a nun. Her face was deathly pale, almost as white as the head covering wrapped tightly around it. Panicked, he bolted straight outside. But when he turned his camera back toward the chapel, something even stranger appeared. On the left side of the roof, a figure stood completely still. Many who watched the footage believe it was the same ghostly nun.
Don't forget to subscribe to Bigsmokeweiler, hit like, and ring the bell.
This next clip is number 3, yeah. Stop, will ya?
Mr. Kenway, a YouTuber, has been residing in the miner's residence in Maria Elena, Chile. One day, he heard strange noises emanating from the bathroom and decided to record the event. This is what he captured.
Sale conchetumare. Conchetumare.
My name is Jeff.
Conchetumare. Mierda. Conchetumare.
Strange noises emanate from the bathroom, and then the door creaks open before swinging fully ajar. Upon investigating, there is nothing inside. Moments later, a loud bang is heard, and Mr. Kenway discovers the front door open, with nobody around, although unnoticed at the time. Something can be seen moving on camera as he steps outside. Could this residence truly be haunted? What could that moving thing be? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. The most likely place to spot a Grim Reaper is probably a hospital, whether you believe in them or not. A TikTok user named Garo Ramirez says he came face to face with exactly that. While filming inside the hospital, he suddenly noticed a tall, dark figure standing at the end of a narrow hallway. It was draped in black robes. Just as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanished into thin air. But not before his camera captured it clearly. Only minutes later, a critically ill patient passed away. That was all it took for the uploader to become convinced. What he recorded wasn't human at all, but maybe the Grim Reaper itself waiting nearby.
Number 1. Let me in.
Brian, a TikTok creator, joined a group of ghost hunters for an investigation inside a reportedly haunted hospital.
Por mi norte la luz, por mi sur, por mi este, por mi oeste. Ahí está. Por mi norte, por mi sur, por mi este, por mi oeste. Dios Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo. Dios Padre. ¿Quieres que me vaya de aquí? Uy, me movieron esa silla. Sí. Entonces, ¿quieres que yo me vaya? Voy a filmar la silla porque van a decir que es hilo, ¿no? ¿Quieres verla? Apagaron la luz, 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 apagaron la luz.
Felipe.
Hola. Gonorrea. Se me puso la piel de gallina parica. Mire el gos, mire el gos. ¿Fuiste tú? ¿Alguien pasó allá? Sí, ¿cómo se llama el gos? ¿Eres la misma entidad con la que yo estaba hablando ahorita? ¿No? Escucho sillas de ruedas. ¿Eres un hombre? Marica, la luz. ¡Ay! ¡Mire la luz allá, huevón! Momentico. Apagaron la luz. Voy para allá. Uy, mi madre. Ay, puta. piso donde salió.
Que todo está bien, están escuchando ruidos también acá abajo.
Nada está bien. Aquí me están azotando, me están prendiendo las luces de las habitaciones y tirándome camillas.
No, Felipe, si es que si que está completamente abandonado, como le digo, ya en esa ala no hay luz. No hay luz.
Acaban de cerrar una puerta. Voy a entrar a la puerta que me cerraron. No. No me... Uy. ¡Hueputa! 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 Oscar.
¿Qué pasó?
¡Marica, había un niño, huevón! Oscar, había un niño, huevón!
Strange sounds and objects moving on their own were only the beginning. The entire night quickly turned into pure terror for Brian and the rest of the team. During the investigation, he captured footage of a mysterious childlike figure. The sight scared him so badly that he stopped recording immediately.
Ahí estoy grabando. Ahí me acalambré. Ahí me acalambré. Mira. Ya me acalambré, marica. Yo le daba para caminar allá por el barco, solo. Mira. Yo no se ve la carrera de ella, la mano. ¿Tú lo viste? Sí, claro. Ahí donde estaba, lo estaba viendo y yo estaba que me moría, marica. Y ahí no podía caminar yo. Mira, ahí está cerrando la puerta. Mira, ahí está cerrando. Después yo le dije, güey, vete para allá adentro. Yo le dije, vete para allá adentro. Aquí no vengan a molestar. A ver cómo abre la puerta. Sí, yo la verdad de cagadera. Sí, pero la puerta amaneció abierta. Todo eso estaba abierto en la mañana. Yo cerré, salí embajado.
However, a few days later, something else was caught, this time on a security camera. What do you think? Was it a real apparition captured inside a haunted hospital or just another TikTok hoax? Let me know down below.
No, please, no!
A new video is sending shockwaves through the paranormal world right now. Many are already calling it one of the strongest ghost captures they've seen in years. A kitchen security camera picked up the moment a shadowy, see-through figure rose straight out of the ceiling. It slowly floated across the room and disappeared. The shape was faint, yet it had a clear human outline that still felt completely otherworldly. A lot of viewers are certain it was a genuine spirit, but others offered a much bizarre but plausible theory. They asked, could it have been an alien using some type of cloaking technology that only became visible when the light hit it at the perfect angle? Whatever it was, the clip has left people feeling uneasy and more than a little paranoid.
I'm feeling generous. Here's one more bonus clip just for shits and giggles.
A man, late at night, was filming a cathedral in a small Italian town when he accidentally captured something chilling on camera. At first, nothing seemed unusual until he uploaded the clip online. Viewers began pointing out a strange figure standing in one of the windows. A close-up revealed the unmistakable outline of a nun. But the man swore the cathedral had long been abandoned. So what exactly did he capture that night? Many believed it was the restless spirit of a nun, haunting the old cathedral like something straight out of a horror film. But what do you guys think?
I want to be a good boy.
Number 5.
In this video, a mother named Ludmila notices her daughter playing at the park with someone she can't see. Curious, Ludmila calls her over. And that's when she starts recording.
¿A quién estás amacando? Pero yo no veo a nadie ahí, Loli. Veo la hamaca sola. Pero yo estoy jugando con mi amigo Pili. ¿Qué, la conociste acá en la plaza? Bueno, mi amor, jugá.
The little girl tells her mom she's playing with a brand new friend she just met at the park. But when Ludmila looks over at the swing, there's no one sitting there. Her daughter walks back anyway and keeps pushing the empty swing, as if someone invisible is actually on it. She asks her daughter more questions, and her daughter's answers only get stranger from there.
¿Qué pasó?
Que ella se murió ahora, pero ahora estoy jugando con ella porque ella ahora es un angelito.
¿Cómo sabes todo eso vos? ¿Te lo dijo ella o qué?
Sí, me dijo que un día se va a morir.
The little girl casually tells her mom that her new friend had actually died at the park. She adds that the friend would be moving on soon. Surprisingly, none of this scared her. To the child, this was just a little angel. She's an angel now. Many people think kids can perceive things grown-ups are blind to. So tell me, what's your take? Was this just a child's imagination, or was she really playing with the spirit of a little girl who passed away in that park? As always, I'll leave it for you to decide.
Number 4.
A woman from Mexico named Ale Valencia shared some footage that touched millions of hearts around the world. Her younger sister had been battling cancer, and Ale had been posting regular updates about her condition for months. Tragically, her sister didn't make it. Not long after, the family gathered for a memorial to honor her life, sharing memories and grieving together. But right in the middle of their mourning, something strange happened. Ale quickly grabbed her phone and started recording. Out of nowhere, a balloon begins moving by itself in the room. It drifts slowly and deliberately straight toward the little boy. Instead of simply passing by, it actually leans in close to him. It almost looks like it's offering him a gentle hug, as if someone is giving one last farewell. And right after that, something unexpected happens that catches him completely off guard. The little brother suddenly jerks forward in surprise. It looks like someone or something just touched his back. Viewers online were deeply moved. A gentle reminder that love doesn't just vanish. It stays with us even after goodbye, and somehow always finds a way to reach the ones who need it most. So, what do you think of this one?
Don't forget to subscribe to Bigsmokeweiler, hit like, and ring the bell.
This next video is number 3, yeah. Stop, will ya?
Late one Sunday night, 2 nurses were wrapping up their shift at a dialysis clinic. Only one patient remained in the lobby, waiting to be taken outside for pickup. That's when they suddenly heard a loud commotion coming from near the dumpsters. Josephine mentioned that finding people rummaging through the dumpsters wasn't anything unusual around this clinic. So she and her coworker stepped outside to investigate the noise. But while their focus was locked on whatever was happening out there, something far more disturbing was unfolding back inside the lobby. Suddenly, the woman in the wheelchair lets out a piercing scream. She covers her face in terror, as if something horrifying has appeared right in front of her. Josephine later explained that the patient described seeing a disfigured figure walking straight toward her. From the main camera angle, the lobby looks completely empty. But if you look closely at the reflection on the television screen, something is there. In the reflection on the television screen, a dark figure suddenly appears near the patient, then vanishes just as quickly. At first, it seems further away. But moments later, it's suddenly much closer, almost directly behind her. The nurses initially thought the woman had simply imagined it. But after rewatching the footage, that explanation no longer felt so simple. There's also something the narrator didn't point out, but viewers caught it. In the very first seconds of the clip, look toward the middle of the screen near where the nurses are standing. You'll notice something unusual there. As the nurses step outside to investigate the noise, a shadowy shape appears to glide from left to right in that very same area. Even stranger, the woman in the wheelchair seems to notice it too. It almost looks like she had already sensed something was wrong long before the terrifying moment inside the lobby. So here's the question. Was she reacting to the same shadow that viewers spotted earlier in the lobby reflection? Or was it simply a trick of the lighting, the reflection, or something else entirely? As always, I'll leave it up to you to decide. A family sold their house for a suspiciously low price. They had only lived there for a single year. They claimed too many weird things kept happening inside the home. 3 months later, the new owner's son heard a strange noise coming from somewhere deep within the house.
Okay, I was sitting here playing New Vegas because Noah and his dad went out to clean their clothes, and I had my clothes. I was sitting here and I started hearing all these noises. I think there's a ghost in here. I'm not scaring the hell out of me. So I'm gonna ask it some questions to see if it's here anywhere. Okay, here we go. Is there anyone here? Why are you here? Do you want to hurt me? Okay, yeah, there's definitely something fucking here. That came from Noah's room. What the You see that? What the Hey, why are you moving that paper? Why are you moving the newspaper?
He begins asking the entity a series of questions. Then, without any warning, a loud thud echoes through the room. It startles him badly. A newspaper suddenly lifts off the table by itself. Deciding to investigate further, he heads toward his brother's room. That decision turned out to be a big mistake.
Why are you in Noah's room? What's so special about in here? Fuck, I think it's in his room. What the fuck? Shit! God damn it! Fuck.
When he steps into the room, the door suddenly slams shut behind him all on its own. A bag across the room goes flying through the air, as if something violently shoved it. The tension becomes too much for him. He panics and bolts out of the house. But he's determined to find out what's really happening inside. So the very next day, he decides to record again. This time, things get much worse.
This time I will be prepared. So I won't, freak out or cuss as much. So, okay, yeah, it's still here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, it'll be over there again. What are you? Do you want to hurt me? What do you want to do to me? Okay, fine. Shit. Okay. Probably. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, my God. Shit. Fuck. Oh, my God. Oh, what the fuck?
As usual, objects start falling on their own. A kitchen drawer opens by itself. But the most terrifying part comes at the very end, an otherworldly scream. No further updates have come from the family since this footage surfaced. Many commenters suspect they packed up and sold the property soon after. That leaves us with some heavy questions. Was the house genuinely haunted? Did the original family suffer through the exact same nightmare? Is that why they sold it so cheaply and so fast? Or was the entire thing just a well-planned hoax? I'll let you decide.
Number 1. Let me
An Armenian paranormal investigator named Gurb Nakin has built quite a reputation for himself. He's known for fearlessly exploring abandoned buildings in the middle of the night. He often streams these terrifying adventures live for his audience to watch. Over the years, he's managed to capture some truly unexplained poltergeist activity and other strange phenomena. But one night back in March of 2026, he took on an exploration that would push him to his absolute limits. He decided to investigate a massive abandoned psychiatric hospital in the dead of night. As he ventured deeper into the decaying hallways, the paranormal activity became impossible to ignore.
Էնի լավ հասկացանք իմ համար չէր, բայց սա ում համար է։ Որ այսի ինգներ վրես ես կմեռնեի։ Ով է անել լուսամուտները։ Ստե լուսամուտ չի քեզ։ Հե։ Էնու վրա։ Կգաս։ Այս ինչ որ նոր լուսամուտի մեջ տեսամ։ Օրո։ Սիրտս կայնով։
As Jerb carefully climbs the dark staircase, a heavy white piece of wood that had been blocking a doorway on the second floor suddenly crashes down toward him. It misses him by mere inches. He manages to step inside the room, but it's completely empty. But you saw that, right? Moments later, as he glances out the second floor window, a strange white figure appears to peek in at him from outside, before quickly ducking out of sight. Remember, they're on the second story of an abandoned hospital. Though visibly terrified, Jerb bravely keeps going. But the spirits in this building are far from finished with him.
Nalang orak jesteś. Ացես որ խնդրեմ։ Նայք, շուտ բոլորս մենակ եմ։ Էй, նայք, իրոք շուտ բոլորս մենակ եմ։ Դու վաղուց ես այստեղ բանտարկված։
Right in front of his eyes, a walking assistance frame suddenly rolls across the hallway and disappears into a room all by itself. Gerb steps inside to investigate, but the room is completely empty. Then, out of nowhere, a loud bang echoes from behind him, coming from a bathroom door. He quickly points his camera just in time to capture something truly chilling. The door unlatches and swings open on its own right in front of him. It continues opening and closing multiple times before finally stopping dead. At this point, most people would have run for their lives, but Gerb decides to continue.
Alo.
Finally, Gerb reaches a dark and silent hallway. The last thing he expects to hear is the loud ringing of a telephone. This building has been abandoned for over 10 years with no power connected at all. It's unclear whether the phone lines are even active after all this time. He lets it ring for a moment before finally picking up the receiver to see if anyone is on the other end. Through the crackling static, he hears what sounds like a young person speaking. Before the line suddenly cuts off completely. After this terrifying final encounter, Gerb decides he's seen enough and officially ends the investigation. So what do you think is haunting this abandoned psychiatric hospital? Like always, you can let me know down below.
Subscribe to the channel for more paranormal content, if you dare.
No, please, no!
This next clip doesn't come with much explanation. The footage, however, speaks for itself. A child is fast asleep in their crib when something unsettling appears on camera. The incident takes place at exactly 3:33 a.m., a time many people believe carries a dark and ominous energy. The child suddenly sits up in the crib and stands, staring intently into the darkness. It looks like they're locked onto something that isn't visible to the camera. Just seconds later, a toy or music box turns on completely by itself. Without any warning, the crib then begins shaking violently on its own. There's almost no context given with the footage, and the original source remains unknown. Whatever happened that night is still unexplained. I want to be a good boy.
You might have missed. 6. An English paranormal creator who goes by Jack O'Lantern has spent quite a while sharing clips of aggressive poltergeist disturbances inside his own home. If you're new to his story, he thinks the trouble may have kicked off after he started using objects he suspected were haunted as part of his home decor. The disturbances have only become more aggressive since then. In footage he posted on May 31st, 2026, the energy inside the house takes a sharp and unsettling turn. What happens next stands out as one of the scariest moments he's recorded so far. And here's the footage.
Let's go and see what it is. Hello? We've just heard noises upstairs, but it's just that just us three in.
Right?
You okay?
Right.
What?
I just seen a shadow on the wall like an old lady.
Go away.
No, I'm not joking.
Are you joking?
Right. Right, Polly, come here, mate.
What the heck?
Come here, Hal.
Hello?
Did you see it?
I didn't know.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know.
Oh my word.
Oh, my God. Lydia.
Right, okay. We're going into the garden, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus. Get out of this home. You are not welcome. Get out. Jesus.
The tension is thick right from the start. Michael steps out of the bedroom, clearly on edge. He had just heard odd noises coming from upstairs and was trying to work out what was moving around in the house. Suddenly, a family member shouts out to him in a panic. She says she had just seen a solid shadow figure. As she tries to describe it, still shaking and talking rapidly, a massive bang explodes right beside her.
Are you joking?
Right. No, I'm not joking.
Are you joking?
Right. No, I'm not joking.
Are you joking?
One of the candles in the back on the table gets pushed off, causing the bang to be so loud and violent that she immediately grabs her son and rushes out of the room. Just seconds after they leave, the fireplace cover suddenly rips off and flies straight toward Jack by itself. Since he's standing right there, the camera gives a clear view of the area around the fireplace. No strings, no wires, and no one nearby. At that moment, the activity stops feeling like random knocks or typical haunted house sounds. It feels aggressive. Jack immediately realizes things are getting dangerous. He makes the smart call and sends his family out into the backyard, deciding the house is no longer safe for anyone to stay inside. Number 5. A woman is filming from beneath her covers in a dimly lit bedroom. She holds the camera close to her face, almost as if she's too terrified to move. The room is silent, but there's no peace in it. She says she hasn't slept in 3 days straight because of the disturbing things happening around her. The fear in her voice makes it easy to understand why. She keeps pointing the camera into the darkness, desperately trying to catch whatever's been tormenting her night after night. And then something finally appears. For a split second, a dark figure appears in the room. It has a pale face and a shadowy form, standing completely still just long enough to be noticed before vanishing from view again. At first, she thought it might be a hallucination caused by going 3 days without sleep, After all, in total darkness, a mind can easily twist normal shapes into something frightening. But after catching the figure on camera, she's no longer sure it was all in her head. Viewers are compared to the night watcher, often described in creepy folklore, a presence said to appear near beds, doorways, and corners when someone is at their most vulnerable. Whatever it is, the woman now only wants one thing: to get rid of it. So what do you think she captured in her bedroom? Maybe a vision brought on by extreme exhaustion, or something paranormal watching her from the dark. Whatever it is, it's damn sure freaky, I tell you that much.
Time to subscribe to Bigsmokeweiler, hit like, and ring the bell. Where people find you.
Number 4.
Over on the cryptid subreddit, a photo was posted that quickly grabbed everyone's attention, and not in a good way. According to the story, the uploader and his friend often took late-night walks together. They'd chat casually while snapping random pictures along the way. One night, after the uploader headed off to the gym, his friend decided to walk home alone, choosing the longer, creepier route. As usual, he took a few photos in the dark without thinking much of it. At first, he figured he might have accidentally captured an animal in the distance. But once he increased the exposure, something far stranger appeared lurking in the shadows. The uploader insists the image wasn't edited beyond simply brightening it. When they returned to the same spot the following night, they reportedly heard strange noises and felt like something was following them. In the brightened version of the photo, something clearly stands in the distance, though exactly what is remains unclear. The shape is thin, pale, and oddly positioned in the darkness. Once you notice it, it's hard to unsee. To some viewers, it looks strikingly similar to the rake, that infamous creepypasta creature often described as a disturbing humanoid figure lurking in the night. Of course, there could be a much more ordinary explanation. It might simply be a person partially hidden by the darkness, or the increased exposure could have distorted the shape and made it appear more unnatural than it really was. Still, there's something about that silhouette that makes the image difficult to ignore. So what do you think the late-night walker actually captured? A strange animal? A person hiding in the dark? Or something far more unsettling watching from the shadows? You be the judge.
Number 3.
A TikToker named Felicia posted a video that left viewers seriously creeped out. In the clip, she casually throws a toy into the yard for her dog. She waits on the porch for the pup to bring it back. Everything felt completely normal at first, until it suddenly wasn't. As she stood waiting on the porch, something suddenly caught her ear. She didn't hesitate and bolted straight inside. When viewers replayed the audio, it got even creepier. A faint whisper could clearly be heard, even though she was completely alone. Some listeners are convinced the whisper said, "Get out." Others clearly heard the name Catherine. Either way, the voice was ice cold and deeply unsettling. Even the dog went wild, barking like crazy at the sound. Many viewers are now certain the house is haunted. But what do you think? Please comment your thoughts down below.
Number 2.
A young woman in Indonesia grabbed her camera late one night. Strange noises had been coming from outside her house. At first, she wasn't sure what was out there. It could have been an animal or maybe just someone walking by. But as she continued filming into pitch black darkness, something appeared that made the whole situation feel far more disturbing. Watch closely.
Ini indah sekali, guys. Tapi kalau di sini nggak kelihatan ada bulan sama bintang. Naon itu? Naon itu? Bintang.
Out of nowhere, a small, semi-transparent white figure suddenly darts past right in front of her at high speed. But when you look closer, its movement doesn't look like a normal animal or a person running. It almost seems to be gliding or floating through the air in an unnatural way. The girl is visibly terrified after seeing it. She's convinced it wasn't an animal at all, but something paranormal caught on camera. So what do you think she actually filmed outside her house? A strange creature? A trick of the camera? Or a real ghost moving through the night? Thai paranormal investigator has built a reputation for fearless late-night explorations. She often streams live while wandering through abandoned buildings across Thailand. Sometimes she brings a friend along, but more often than not, she goes completely alone. Over the years, her viewers have claimed she's captured all kinds of unexplained activity, from strange sounds to dark figures appearing where no one should be. But during one of her May 2026 live streams, while exploring an abandoned event hall, she recorded something that felt especially bizarre.
เอ้ยเอ้ยหนูวิ่งบนเหรอเห็นเหมือนกันใช่ไหมเห็นเหมือนกันใช่ไหมเป็นเงาดำลางๆเป็นเงาดำบนลางๆวิ่งทุกคนไอ้เหี้ยหนูหนูว้ายวิ่งมาหนูออกมาหน่อยสิลูกออกมาหนูไอ้หนูหนูไอ้เหี้ยมึงแน่จริงมึงก็วิ่งมาเด้ไอ้เหี้ยโอ้ยมันเดินออกมาจากไหนมันเดินออกมาจากมันเดินออกมามันเดินออกมามันเดินออกมาเฮ้ยนู่นไงเหี้ย2,500 ท่านพี่เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเดี๋ยวเฮ้ยเนี่ยทำไมมันกระทืบเท้าฉัน
As she speaks to her viewers, she mentions seeing something moving on the roof. Suddenly, a small dark shadow darts across the background from right to left. Then, as she approaches a dark room, her camera captures the figure one last time. Its movement feels strange, quick, low, and almost non-human. After searching the area for a while, the same shadowy figure appears again. This time it's walking in the distance. She is clearly frightened. But she keeps pushing deeper into the building anyway. Then, as she approaches a dark room, her camera captures the figure one last time. It's standing completely still in the doorway, watching her. That final sighting is enough. She immediately ends a live stream and runs for safety. So what did this Thai ghost hunter actually capture inside that abandoned event hall? A person hiding in the dark? Or a real shadow figure caught on camera?
เฮ้ย เฮ้ย เดี๋ยว เฮ้ย
Bonus clip. Inhuman. A TikTok account called La Familia Sanchez usually sticks to wholesome family content. They never post anything paranormal, but one video they uploaded on May 25th, 2026 really stood out. While we don't believe this is an actual ghost caught on camera, it's definitely one of the strangest glitches in the Matrix we've seen in a while.
As soon as I step out, watch, look. Right there. Boom.
They came out of nowhere.
They disappeared.
So like, there was like nothing on the phone.
As the family walks out of their house and onto the front porch, a pair of eyeglasses suddenly appears on the ground, right in front of them. What makes this moment so fascinating is that just seconds earlier, you can clearly see the family stepping directly over that exact same spot, and it was completely empty. Skeptics might call it a simple camera glitch, but the timing makes it difficult to brush off. So what's really going on here? Did an object just spawn into our reality out of nowhere? Or is there a completely logical explanation for this bizarre visual anomaly? You decide.
I went to be a good boy.
Number 5.
For 8 long years, this woman had called the same house her home. Yet even after all that time, the paranormal activity inside still shook her to her core. This latest clip serves as yet another stark reminder of why she has never been able to feel truly comfortable here. She starts recording while sitting down, pointing her camera directly toward the doorway ahead. She could already sense it, that familiar warning that the house was about to wake up again. Soft knocking sounds start drifting down the hallway. They're faint at first, but they don't stop. The knocks repeat in a slow, steady rhythm that feels deeply unnatural. Each one is deliberate, almost like whatever is making the noise is gently trying to get her attention from somewhere deeper inside the house. She pauses for a moment, then slowly gets to her feet, gripping the camera tightly as she begins walking down the hallway toward the front room. With every step she takes, the knocking grows fainter and weaker, as if it knows she is coming. And by the time she reaches the end of the hall, the sounds stop completely. The silence that follows feels thick and unnatural, almost as if the entire house is holding its breath, waiting to see what she'll do next. We don't know what happened after that, but hopefully she took steps to cleanse or banish whatever presence has been growing stronger around her.
Number 4.
This next story, I just had to cover, as it involves a Rottweiler, and everybody that knows me knows I am Rottweiler obsessed. Meet my 2 Rottweilers, one big man and one female who mean everything to me. So anything paranormal and Rottweiler related, I'm definitely covering on this channel.
Now back to the main story. A woman named Sydney checked into an Airbnb on November 14th, 2025, bringing her beautiful female Rottweiler along with her for the week. At first, everything felt completely normal, but then her dog started acting strangely. No matter what time of day it was, she would always stop at the exact same spot on the staircase. She would freeze and stare downward, as if something invisible was staring right back at her.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. Again, she's been doing this ever since we got here, every single day. It's usually at different times, so it'll be pretty sporadic on when she does this. But the first time my sister actually, when she was out running an errand with my niece, she came home and she was like, oh my God, what is she doing right now? And I ran over from the kitchen and literally this is her. Like, she's just standing here, kind of sniffing around, just very, very focused and very, like, something is definitely making her, like, very interested. Like, she just seems so, like, locked in on these stairs. It was super weird. But then I started noticing it too, like, at random times of the day and night. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it. This is when I had seen her like walk over to the stairs, and then I was in the living room watching TV, and there she is again, just back at it, just sniffing around, kind of standing there. And then this clip right here, this one really freaked me out. So I kind of knew that it was happening because it had gotten really quiet. She left my side. I was in my room in bed, about to go to sleep, and I just, lo and behold, see her, like, walk over and see her. And she was so locked into the stairs this time around. It was so spooky, guys. Like, honestly, I literally, at this point, I was like, I need to ask this landlord, like, what is going on? Because, yeah, I had to definitely let him know because I had no idea at this point what was going on with her. But, yeah, so
Sydney noticed this strange behavior repeating every single day without fail. Curious and a bit concerned, she went over to the stairs to investigate. She checked carefully, looking for anything hidden that might be causing the reaction. But when she lifted the spot, everything underneath appeared completely normal. That's when it hit her. She finally understood what was really holding her dog's intense focus. The thing she kept staring at so fixatedly.
okay, so I think I figured out why my dog just is always hanging out right here. So I just found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I think it's something that's underneath. So I tried to check, but the door is locked. Obviously, it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up. So yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs, like what I initially thought. I think it's what's below. I'm gonna find out at this point.
At the bottom of the stairs, hidden behind them, Sydney discovered a door that led down into the basement. She was convinced this was exactly what her dog had been staring at every single time she froze on the steps. The door was locked tight and wouldn't budge no matter how hard she tried. But then she noticed a gap underneath it, wide enough to slide her phone through. She pushed the camera under the door and started recording. And that's when something unexpected happened.
This is the switch. You guys can see the light is on right there.
As she slides her phone underneath the door, the basement floor appears totally empty. But the instant she pulls the phone back out, a strange shape suddenly twists upward from the other side. Terrified, Sydney spins around the corner and runs. Later that night, eerie noises began echoing throughout the house. and what she managed to capture on video next was far more horrifying.
Up in this corner of the house right now, me, my sister, my niece, we're renting out this Airbnb for a wedding this weekend, and we were just out walking my dog, and when we came in, we heard Jesus Christ. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Footsteps could be heard coming directly up the stairs. When she turned to look, her dog's leash suddenly jerked upward into the air, as if invisible hands had yanked it hard. After witnessing this terrifying moment, she sent the footage to the landlord and asked if anyone else was staying on the property. But based on the way her dog reacted, it was clear this wasn't just another person.
Okay, so I sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me turn on the light. Okay, I sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because there's a room under the stairs that we can't get into. It's locked, so I didn't know. And basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week. So, okay, kind of feel relieved in a way, because I think it would be really weird and kind of creepy if there were people staying there as well that we didn't know about.